When you thought of a pine tree, how did you think of a star? How did you dream of the Milky Way to guide us from afar? How did you think of a clear brown pool where flecks of shadows are? God, when you thought of a cobweb, how did you think of dew? How did you know a spider's house had shingles bright and new? How did you know the human folk would love them like they do? God, when you patterned a bird song flung on a silver string, how did you know the ecstasy that crystal call would bring? How did you think of a bubbling throat and a darling speckled wing? God, when you chiseled a raindrop, how did you think of a stem bearing a lovely satin leaf to hold the tiny gem? How did you know a million drops would deck the morning's hem? Why did you meet the moonlit night with the honeysuckle vines? How did you know Madeira bloom distilled ecstatic vines? How did you weave the velvet disk where tangled perfumes are? God, when you thought of a pine tree, how did you think of a star? A breath of prayer in the morning means a day of blessing sure. A breath of prayer in the evening means a night of rest secure. A breath of prayer in our weakness means the clasp of a mighty hand. A breath of prayer when we are lonely means someone to understand. A breath of prayer in our sorrows means comfort and peace and rest. A breath of prayer in our doubtings assures us the Lord knows best. A breath of prayer in rejoicing gives joy and added delight, for they that remember God's goodness go singing far into the night. There's never a year nor a season that prayer may not bless every hour, and never a soul need be helpless when linked with God's infinite power. Be awake to the life that is loving you and sing your prayer, laugh your prayer, dance your prayer, run and weep and sweat your prayer, sleep your prayer, eat your prayer, paint, sculpt, hammer and read your prayer, sweep, dig, rake, drive and hoe your prayer, garden and farm, and build and clean your prayer, wash, iron, vacuum, sew, embroider and pickle your prayer, compute, touch, bend and fold, but never delete or mutilate your prayer. Learn and play your prayer, work and rest your prayer, fast and feast your prayer, argue, talk, whisper, listen and shout your prayer, groan and moan, and spit and sneeze your prayer, swim and hunt and cook your prayer, digest and become your prayer, release and recover your prayer, Breathe your prayer. Be your prayer.